Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. I appreciate all the love and support from all of you, and I hope I find you all doing very well, having an awesome day and feeling fantastic as well. Last episode was a great one for us, 4 matches, and if you haven't seen it yet, go back, check out the episode, otherwise I'm about to spoil the results. We did score a free kick in the previous video as well. If you have seen that video though, you'll know 4 matches, 4 wins. It was 2-1 against Atalanta. We started on the bench for that game and came off the bench. Then we beat Feyenoord 2-0 in our opening Europa League game. And then 3-0 and 4-0 victories over Sampdoria and Torino means that today's game, as we kickstart the episode, will see us face Napoli at the San Siro. A Napoli side who currently sit 5th. So this will be a good test for us. As always, I hope you enjoy the episode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, my friends. 750 likes is the target. And to think that this group of players are playing Europa League football. Rico Lewis, back for Hanko, now Lobotka. Napoli started the better of the two sides here. Basuma into the feet of Osimhen. Gvardiol in quickly to win it, though. Milan being a bit reserved when it comes to players joining the attack so far, as we are found here inside for Benacer. And when we've had the ball, we haven't used it very well. That's better by Benacer to find me, though, as now we can look to set a Milan attack up with Bernardo Silva. Now Bar goes back the way of Benacer. It's into the feet of Rafa Leao. Leao turns. He's got the overlap of Hernandez, but instead looked for Jonathan David, cut out easily by Napoli. Here is Benacer. Put under pressure, finds Bentancur. Bentancur forward for Leao. Leao now, Theo Hernandez still holding the width. It's Hernandez, ball back post. Can we get there? We've put the pressure on at least. Now Jonathan David goes for the strike. The angle was always against him though. And with 5 minutes to go until half time, we haven't seen a clear-cut chance for either side. It's been a really tight first half here. Half-time whistle goes here at the San Siro. Something has got to give in the second half. Otherwise, this has got a 0-0 draw written all over it. The game needs some inspiration. Who will be able to provide it? As Benacer in the centre of the park for Milan. Forward for David. David out wide here towards Hernandez. Theo Hernandez once more is charging down that left-hand side as he puts another good cross in. We meet it, but we can't direct our header goalwards. And that is probably the best chance of the game for us. We get on the end of the cross. Willing runner from midfield. Just can't divert it towards goal. But it's better for Milan, and we need to really try and get into gear here. That's not a great goal kick out. It will be seized upon by us. I was hoping Bernardo Silva would give me a bit more of a better run, but anyway, back here for Benacer. Now Bentancur. Benacer takes over once more into the feet of Leao. Leao to Jonathan Davids! And there is the breakthrough! San Siro sees it! It is a lovely ball from Rafa Leao, and it's clinical from Davids. Half an hour to go, Milan 1, Napoli 0. We needed some inspiration. We had to find it. Someone had to come up with the goods. And that man was Rafa Leao as he laid it on a plate to Jonathan David, whose finish was clinical. And it's a game without many chances, but all it takes is one. And it's Milan who found it. Entering the final 15 minutes of the game, Napoli in possession, but haven't found a chance to threaten the Milan goal, and Mike Maignan. They may be able to do it here, though, because they have a free kick on the edge of our penalty area as they force a double change as well. Kvaratskhelia has stood over this free kick. Chukwueze's on for Bernardo Silva! And the frame of the goal is still rocking as Kvaratskhelia's free kick comes back off it and out for a Milan goal kick. Wow! This will be a huge victory if Milan can find it. As we're found here, forward towards Chukwueze. We've been told to play centre attack in midfield now, too. We'll hold on to the ball for the moment. Nothing silly to give it back the way of Napoli. As we'll play the ball back towards Bentancur. Bentancur to Leao. Leao finds Chukwueze. Gets a shot away! And it nestles in the top corner. And Milan 2, Napoli 0 should be the final score. As celebrations go on around the San Siro. The Bosch joins in as well. I said it was a big victory for us to get, and it's looking like that is exactly how it's going to finish here at the San Siro. And whilst Napoli haven't had too much in the way of goals themselves, in terms of chances rather, I should say, it's been a strange game because it's been a tough one. And although, as I say, not a lot of chances, we've taken 2 of them. Napoli corner, goalkeeper is up for it as well. Jonathan David goes off. And there's the delivery. Osimhen gets his header towards goal, and it's kept out, as we'll now try and get forward to maybe look for a third. But that is full time. Milan with a very, very important victory. Player of the month, which means our objective should be completed now. We were expected to get one out of this season, and there you go. We have now completed that objective, which means our last one remaining is standing tackles, which we are on track to do. So that's good to see. If I take a quick look, though, we could look for a higher wage at Milan, but you can see, for me to do that, the objectives would get harder. Match day 2 of our Europa League group sees us take on BSC Young Boys. Game is off and running here then. We'll see what is to be expected from this one, as BSC Young Boys, the home side. Their fans will be right behind them, as there's an early chance that it's taken. 4 minutes on the clock. BSC Young Boys mean business. There's no messing about from them. And Milan are stunned. Just didn't wake up from kickoff. It was their kickoff, and we weren't able to win the ball back, and we're punished for it. The only good news I will say is we're wearing a nice kit today. I've not played in this kit yet. I think this is our third kit. It's Rafael now towards Bentancur into the midfield. We take the touch forwards. Bentancur's carried on his run. It's Bentancur. It's Jonathan David. It's Bernardo Silva. And it's finished off. But for a second, I wondered if it wasn't going to be. Milan 1, Young Boys 1. First match of the group stage was routine for Milan against Feyenoord. It's been far from that here because it's end-to-end and the score is level at 1-1. And we haven't looked like really adding to that just yet. Here is Rafael. Now Bentancur. Bentancur in a central position. I've dropped a little bit deeper here just to try and get on this ball as Jonathan David now takes it forward for us. We'll release it my way. 3 minutes to go until half-time. One more here towards Bar. We'll carry on our run. Bar does play it. He then gives me the option, but we turn back to find Bernardo Silva, whose ball inside to Leao is so good. And the finish is there as well. Milan 2, Young Boys 1. I think we might have actually genuinely had 2 shots as well and taken them both. That's what we've got to be, though, clinical. We were that in match day 1 as we beat Napoli. We've been that here in the first half as Young Boys took a shock lead against us, you could say. Maybe not as much of a shock as many people first thought, but we are in front. Bernardo into David. David, we're over on the left here, giving him the option. He goes there towards the middle, and we find Bentancur. It's 3-1 Milan. I was just wondering what the advantage was for. I think it was a foul committed by BSC Young Boys. And that is the reason the advantage popped up. I was hoping it wasn't for anything that Milan did, because that would rule this goal out. We'll see it better here. I think it's a foul on Jonathan David. Yep, there he is. Gets fouled off the ball. But at that point, we'd already found the ball through the middle to Bentancur. And Milan have had 3 shots, scored 3 goals. Ball back from Bernardo. Bar plays it now forwards. We've got the left-hand side towards there. Is Jonathan David to Leao. It's surely for 4 now. And all of a sudden, the floodgates have opened. Milan are here, and they're here to play. And Leao has got himself another. David. Now Bernardo. It's Bernardo Silva as he'll turn and play David. And David to Leao for the hat-trick, but he could be selfless and lay it off. But when there's a hat-trick on offer, he'll finish. And it's 5-1 Milan, celebrated with the gritty from Leao. He'll take home the match ball. And as I say, whatever it was that caused that pretty poor start from us, no sign of it now. 2 additional minutes. I'm not sure there's enough time for Milan to get another goal, but I'll be happy with this result regardless. A 5-1 scoreline, having conceded first to then win the game 5-1. It's what you want to see. Hat-trick for Rafael as well. And that is a top performance. I think we've got one more game with Milan, and then it's a couple of international games with England. So before our international break with England, we are back into league action as we face Empoli at the San Siro. Still chasing down Juventus at the top of the Serie A table, sitting second at the moment. Real opportunity to put more pressure on them right here with Jonathan David inside 5 minutes. Opens up his body and places the ball in the top right corner. And Empoli off to the worst possible start, but Milan off to a flyer. What a finish this is, by the way. Calmness personified. 1 touch to set himself. I mean, that there, the challenge is not great on Leao, but He does well to find the ball inside to Bentancur. Goes one more. And David picks his spot and finds it brilliantly. Here is Bar. Now to David. David's back heel. Finds Benacer. Benacer finds me. I'm seeing the run being made by Teo Hernandez. He needs to carry the run on. The ball was there for him. But he stopped his run. And that meant he couldn't get on the pass that I tried to play. As Rafa Leao tried to do a little bit of trickery there. As the pass did not work out. But he's done well to win it back. That is never a free kick. But it's been given. And, well, that is not a great decision in my opinion. Still, Empoli have it, but they've given it straight away. And here goes Jonathan David then, through on goal. His finish first was sublime, the second one equally so. Milan are 2-0 to the good. And I'm really not sure what just happened to Empoli there, as they gave away the ball so easily, far too easily in fact. And they're punished for it. David's got 2, hat-trick on the cards in just this first half for him. The first finish was when he opened up his body, side-footed into the top corner. This one, it's the outside of the boot this time, near post. Bar's on the overlap. There he goes. It's Bar into the area of Empoli, pulling it back for Rafa Leao. And there was no way that he wasn't going to finish that. It is a thunderous finish. Milan have had 3 shots, scored 3 goals. When you're being as clinical as we are, Empoli are in trouble. We're only half an hour in, I think, as well. So plenty more time for us to find these goals. I mean, the goalkeeper doesn't even try and save it. He knows he's got no chance. Ponce, nice ball as they look for a chance here. It's with Grant. And if you're looking for a way to finish, and if you're looking for a lesson in finishing, you're seeing it. It's Milan 3, Empoli 1, and it's been 4 shots. 4 well-taken goals. Grant has pulled one back for the away side. It's going to make things interesting in the second half. But ultimately, I don't think that goal is really going to change much. Mike Maigna's not happy because his clean sheet has gone just as we're about to go into half-time. And yeah, there is questions to be asked about the Milan defending. No questions, though, about the finishing on show here in this one. Here is Benacer as he'll play it forward for Chukwueze, who gets there and finds Leao. Leao into the feet now of Bentancur. Down the line for Teo Hernandez. Hernandez into the area. Across for David. David can't get the pass or a shot away. Into the final 5 minutes of a game that Milan, in the first half at 3-0, looked comfortable. Second half, whilst we haven't really given a chance over to Empoli for them to get another goal, the shot straight at Mike Maignan here, we haven't looked like scoring ourselves. Been a bit of a disappointing second half from us, you could say. But a win is a win, and that is what it's looking like we are going to get, my friends. So Chukwueze finding Bar into my feet. We're away from the challenge. Just a bit too much as they came to make the tackle. But there you go, full time. Milan 3, Empoli 1. We'll take that victory. Job was done after half an hour. Shame we couldn't get more goals, but 3 points in the bag. And as we head off to our international break with England, this is how our European Championship qualifiers have gone so far. 2 games, 2 draws. Those against Ireland and Scotland. We play Portugal next, and then Italy. So 2 very tough games coming up for England. And I want to take a quick look at the Serie A table and see what happened with Juventus, because it would be nice to be top heading into this international break. Where are we? We are still second, because Juve did manage to win. So who did they play? They played against Roma, winning 2-1. So as you can see, they've got 22 points. We are on 21, just a single point behind them. Our goal difference far better than theirs. We end today's episode with Portugal away. Let's see if we can pick up our first victory of these European Championship qualifiers. In the previous 2 games for England, the draws against Scotland and Ireland, England did not play very well at all. We're hoping for a response here against Portugal. As Rashford turns before he could play the ball though. Challenge came through. And the player to watch today, Rafa Leao, clubmate of ours at Milan. We know all about him, the quality he's got. We're hoping he has a quiet game here. Bruno Fernandes through towards Leao, who will control into the England penalty area. Leao, and he gets his shot away at the near post. It's a save for Ramsdale, one you'd expect him to make, but it was all too easy for Rafa Leao, who just seems to be able to run straight through England's defence into the penalty area. It's been another struggle of a first half for England and me personally. Just can't seem to get into the game. Portugal dominating the ball in the first half. And England having to pretty much play on the counter as I try to release the ball to Saka. And the trailing leg of the Portugal defender stops that ball going through. But you can see at half-time, not too happy with our personal performance. And need to improve in the second half. 5.6 match rating. I'm seeing the run of Ben Chilwell. The question is, can I find him with the ball? Yes, we can. Chilwell to Rashford. Rashford to Kane! Oh, he tried to place it. It's the first real chance for England, and it's a good save. Let's see if we can make something of the corner. Marcus Rashford over to take it. We're giving him a short option, but he opts instead to find Harry Kane. He's out to me on the edge of the penalty area. We control it well. And I go for the strike, but, I mean, it wasn't really that great. Just couldn't seem to open up the space well enough as Declan Rice has found me. I'll keep hold of the ball, though. Now Saka, now Kane to Rashford. Can he get a shot away? And Asio steps in importantly. This is much better, though, from England as the second half has started. And as I say that, one ball over the top has nearly caught us out. Bernardo Silva takes over. Good defending, Ben Chilwell. Portugal corner for us to defend now. They're going short from this. I mean, I've seen it. Knew it was coming. We've got a touch on the ball there, but not enough to take it away from Bruno Fernandes. Shot through a number of England bodies. Not sure how much Aaron Ramsdale saw of it, but he made the save. They're going short again. Fernandes stands over it. Into Almeida. I'm trying to make sure there's no way through, but I need some support. I can't really go 2v1 as Almeida just walks straight through, and we get a vital touch when the goal was gaping for him to tap the ball in. But why am I continuously left in a 2v1 from those short corner routines? Need someone to come over and help me, albeit I didn't defend it that well initially. Made up for it, though, to stop them taking the lead, Portugal. Into the final 5 minutes as Jude Bellingham has possession for England. 0-0 is probably a fair reflection of the game, but it doesn't do England a whole world of good because following 2 draws in the opening 2 games... Oh, no! Saw the glory. Could I have squared it? There was one thought in my mind, and that was to finish. Couldn't keep the shot down. And I just know that I probably missed a pass there, right? It was a nice ball out wide from Saka. I don't know why, but I'm just struggling to click in this England team at the moment. I don't know what it is. I just can't seem to put in the performances. Here's Foden. Now Gomez. Tried to play the ball inside. I actually think the ball down the line was the better option. Single minute of added time. Looks like we're held to a 0-0 draw. So England, from their opening 3 European Championship games, have drawn all 3 of them and not particularly looked like scoring. So looking back at the replay, yes, I should have squared the ball to Harry Kane. I'm sorry, we should have won the game by a 1-0. I should have just played that straight across the face of goal. It's a tap-in. And I wouldn't be surprised if Harry Kane is having a real good go at me after this one, because it should have been a tap-in and England should have won the game. Which means... next episode, as we face Italy at Wembley, it is a crucial game for us. Just realised we haven't scored a goal yet in the 3 England games we've had. 0-0 against Portugal, 0-0 against Scotland, 0-0 against Ireland. Yeah, I said it during the game, but I just struggling in an England shirt at the moment to put in the performances, and that big miss towards the end where I should have squared it to Harry Kane does not help my case whatsoever. So, crucial game next time against Italy, and we are definitely needing to score, at least. But we possibly also need to win it. We'll see what that game brings. We'll also have more action in Milan colours as we face Sassuolo, Dinamo Zagreb, and if we time Lazio as well, we've got Inter coming up very soon. That's going to be a very interesting game, along with Roma as well, because the fight at the top of the Serie A, I'm sure, will be a good one to watch as the season progresses. For now, then, my friends, a massive thank you for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. I am on my placement at the moment, so I'm going to try and make sure I'm still getting videos out for you as and when I can, but thank you for your patience anyway. If you are new around here, like what you see, hit the subscribe button down below as well and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos. Until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, look after each other, and I'll catch you all back here for more My Player action very soon. Adios!